Khortytsia is a national cultural reserve located on one of the largest islands of the Dnieper River in Ukraine. The island has played an important role in the history of Ukraine, especially in the history of the Zaporozhian Cossacks. This historic site is located within the city limits of Zaporizhia city. It extends from northwest to southeast for more than 12 kilometers with an average width around 2.5 kilometers. The island has unique flora and fauna, including oak groves, spruce woods, meadows, and steppe. The northern part of the island is very rocky and high above the riverbed, in comparison to the southern part, which is low, and often flooded by the waters of the Dnieper. History. Zaporizhia takes its name from an area downstream of the Dnieper River after the 9 rapids. In 1930s, when the Dnieper hydroelectric station was built, these rapids were flooded. Only granite cliffs, rising to the height of 50 meters, testify to the original rocky terrain of the region. Khortytsia has been continuously inhabited during the last 5 millennia. Other islands in the immediate vicinity also contain indications of intensive occupation during the Proto-Indo-European and Scythian periods. The island of Small Khortytsia is known for its Scythian remains and a derelict Cossack fortress. The island of Khortytsia, excavated during construction of the hydroelectric station in 1927, gave its name to the Khortytsia culture. In the early Middle Ages, Khortytsia was a key center for the trade route from the Varangians to the Greeks. In his treatise De Administrando Imperio, Emperor Constantine VII mentions the island of St. George immediately downstream from the rapids. He reports that, while passing through the rapids, the Rus would be easy prey for the nomadic Pechenegs. Indeed, the Kiev-Rus Prince Sviatoslav I was attacked and killed during his attempt to cross the rapids in 972. The very first stronghold, known as a Sikh, was located on the island of Small Khortytsia and was established by the Volhynian Prince Dmitry Vishnevetsky. The Small Khortytsia island is 20 times smaller than Khortytsia itself. The first Khortytsia Sikh existed 6 years. There are few others locations downstream past the rapids where the Zaporizhian Sikh was located. There are 8 of them: Bizavluk, Myketan, Chortomlag, Kaman, Oleshkiv, Pidpilna. All these places were at river crossings. The uprising led by Bohdan Khmelnytsky was started at the Myketan Sikh in 1648. Legends state that Cossacks read the notorious reply of the Zaporozhian Cossacks to Sultan Mehmed IV of the Ottoman Empire on Khortytsia. In 1775, the Sikh was destroyed by the Russian general Tekle on the order of Catherine the Great. The Zaporozhian Cossacks as a result were displaced, many eventually settling on the Kuban River in the Caucasus area. These Cossacks became known as Kuban Cossacks. A part of the Zaporozhian Cossacks escaped to beyond the Danube to become vassals of the Ottoman Sultan. They dwelt at mouth of the Danube River. In 1830 many of these Cossacks moved and established a new Sikh on the Azovsky shore. The last Koshotaman of Zaporizhian Sikh Petro Kalnyshevsky was imprisoned at Solovetsky Island Monastery. At the time he was 85 years old. After 25 years in prison he was released and died almost blind at the monastery at age of 113 years. In 1789, Danzig Mennonites from Prussia were invited by the Tsar to form settlements on the vast steppes of the Russian Empire. One of these settlements was located on the island of Khortytsia. They farmed on the rich island soil. Some of the profitable business was trade in lumber from the Khortytsia groves and woods. In 1916, the German colonists sold Khortytsia Island to the Alexandrisk City Council. It was declared a national sanctuary. Museum of Zaporizhian Cossacks. The major part of the sanctuary covers the Zaporozhian Cossack Museum that includes the Cossack Horse Show. The museum building is modern, nestling low in the landscape with dramatic views of the Dnieper hydroelectric station to the north. The museum was built on October 14, 1983 as the Museum of Zaporizhia History, although its project was approved by the Ministry of Culture and Ejdued of Ukraine in December 1970. The expo area of the museum was accounted for 1,600 square meters, portraying following themes: Khortytsia in ancient times, history of Zaporozhian Cossacks, history of Zaporizhia at times of construction of socialism. There also existed 4 dioramas: Battle of Svetoslav at Rapids, uprising of the impoverished Cossacks at Zaporozhian Sick in 1768, construction of Dnieper HES, Night Storm of Zaporizhia City in October 1943. Part of the museum became also the Zaporozhian Oak located at the Upper Khortytsia. In 1992 the exposition of the museum was redesigned. The museum contains exhibits dating from the Stone Age through the Scythian period down to the 20th century. Other objects. On Khortytsia at Savutin summit close to the same name, the ravine is a 74.5 meters tall 3 electrical transmission towers. The such-called Zaporizhia pylon triple, which is a part of a 150 kV power line crossing Dnieper River. Bibliography. Jana Burgers, Mythos und Museum, Cossack and Mythos und Nations Building in der postsowjetischen Ukraine Base des Cossack-Museums auf der Insel Khortytsia. In Bianchi Pietroenka, Kultur in der Geschichte Russlands, Göttingen, Vandenhoeken Amp Ruprecht, 2006. ISBN 3-525-36293-5. Christian Ganser, Sowjetische Serbia und Ukrainische Nation. Das Museum der Geschichte des Zaporozhian Kossackentems auf der Insel Khortytsia. Mit einem Vorwort von Frank Golczewski. Stuttgart, Ibidem Verlag, 2005.